Good morning, everyone. So this is my first video. I'm not huge on doing videos. Obviously, I've never posted anything before, but I think it's time for you guys to get to know me and get to know about what I do, not only business, but also personally, just so you guys can see how much I love what I do, because it trickles into my everyday life. Whether I am working with clients or I'm at home relaxing and researching and studying. So I just want to share that with you and get to know all of you, get to know all of my friends, my family, all of my clients a little bit better, and let you guys get to just know me. So, let me give you a little bit of a background first. I used to be a social worker, and that was many moons ago, it feels like, and I worked with a lot of domestic abuse victims and a lot of children who were at risk, and I realized there was a lot more that they needed. So I eventually started my own holistic life coaching company, and that also grew into yoga therapy, holistic nutrition, and a whole other modality of natural health. So today, how did I get to real estate and design? So I still wanted to help people, but I knew it was time for me to step away from natural health. And I grew up, in art schools and had art scholarships, and I've taken a lot of interior design classes, and I started my real estate license courses back in Kansas City before I moved out to California. And I got here and I decided that I needed to just go into something that I was familiar with. So it was a process to get all my feet out in California and to then rebuild myself and what I wanted to do with my life. And it's just been a process, and it takes time and hard work. So I first off, I went and did quite a bit for interior design courses and internships, and just started working with clients. I hit the ground running, and that enabled me to, get real experience, not just classroom experience. And then I got my real estate license. I knew I wanted to help people, with their homes. My home is so important to me, and I just have a passion for helping people look for things. And so, when you're working with buyers especially, you're on the hunt. And it's just, to me, it's thrilling. It's that, that hunt for that perfect place. And you have so much that goes into it because, especially if you have multiple people involved, husband and wife, or mother and daughter, or, grandparents and, you and your spouse. So there's a lot of different variables that go into it, and it's just an exciting time to help people take such a huge step. And you're not always going to get the perfect property. There's always going to be something you're going to want to change for the most part, unless you're able to just do that turnkey home and it's absolutely perfect for you, because that happens too. But for the most part, there's always tweaks here and there, different light fixtures, or maybe the paint color you want to repaint, or there's a bedroom that needs new carpet put in. Even though it's minor, it's still some things that you might want to take care of. And so I love being able to help with the whole process. I love helping my clients be able to also unpack and get organized and decorate, because when you move from one home to the next, they don't have the same look, the same feel typically, and we might need to rearrange how you may have previously had your items. And having an outsider come in thinking with a whole new perspective, there's an endless possibility to create a unique space with the pieces that you have and things that you might want to add into it. So, being able to assist with everything in that gamut for my buyers, I love it. I have a blast doing it. And sellers, let's talk about that. Let's say your parents have lived in their house for 30 years and you're overwhelmed with going through things and getting stuff either organized for donations, for trash, for things you want to keep, for things you're going to be, giving to other family members. Those are all things that, I help with, and I spend a lot of time with my clients doing those things to help the process be a little bit easier. There are, myself that can be involved. There are different organizations that, I work with that I can refer you to if it's, something much larger. Those who maybe have a parent who's a hoarder, they might need much more assistance. But that's where, we're still there for you. We're still able to help, connect you with who's going to be there to get you through that process. And when things are to a point where we can start really prepping the property, we might want to put in some new flooring. We might want to redo light fixtures and the paint, whether it's interior and exterior, both. There's the endless possibility of what can be done to put a property on the market, and having an interior designer coming in to help with that, and somebody who understands the real estate market. You're not going to just get that real estate ready house where you're just slapping on Malibu beige and Swiss coffee and every single house looks exactly the same. We're able to give you a little bit more of that unique look. So yes, we're still going to be, depending on the property. Some people really need to stay within a smaller budget, and everything's possible. No matter what budget you're in, there's options. Everything doesn't have to be the same old same. You can always think outside the box, whether you have $5,000 to spend or $30,000 to spend. There's options for everybody involved, and that's where I come in, and I'm able to help you find those options and help you to orchestrate it all, and helping you schedule, the painter, the floor, company to come in, or, if you have to put in all new kitchen cabinets. Those are all things that, we're able to provide assistance with. So being able to be a one-stop shop, it takes a lot of stress off. There are some people who, can handle it themselves, and we're absolutely okay with that too. If it's something that you want to take care of, we'll happy just answer any questions if you have a thing here and there throughout the way. So everything is very customized to each person that we're working with, or each family that we're working with. And the list goes on. So whether it's a single family property, a condo, a townhouse, whether it is, a farm, whether it is in the mountains, whether it's, in downtown San Jose or Menlo Park, wherever the property is, we're flexible. We do not just work in a small neighborhood. We are all of Silicon Valley and surrounding areas. So whether you need help directly local here in Campbell where we are stationed, or if you need somebody to be out in Fremont, we can do that too.